Magandang araw mga ka-DigiTalks! Welcome to the MSME DigiTalks, accelerating MSME competitiveness through digital transformation. Muli, ako po si Cherry Dan Morales mula sa Bureau of SME Development at nagbabalik kami muli para sa isa na namang makabuluhang sesyon ng pagkatuto. Marami pong salamat sa inyong patuloy na pagsama sa amin virtually at dahil dyan, tayo po ay nasa 5th episode na ng ating MSME DigiTalks. First, we would like to acknowledge our regional focal persons for the digitalization who continuously assist our MSMEs and support our activities on digitalization. Kasama din dyan ang ating mga fellow DTI colleagues from the regional and provincial offices at ang ating mga business counselors. And of course, ang bida natin every Thursday, ang ating mga MSMEs all over the country. We are delighted to see our MSMEs who are participating here right now. Your presence is an affirmation of your interest to learn more about digitalization. Request lang po namin, baka naman pwedeng paki-open naman po ng inyong mga camera para lang makita natin muli ang mga nagagandahan at nagagwapuhan nating mga classmates for today at ating mga resource speakers. So, hi po sa inyong lahat. Kaway-kaway naman dyan. Oh, yun na naman si Sir. Hi, Sir TJ Von. Napaka-active. Miss Mary Joy Aragon. Hello, ma'am. Hi,
Good afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon po, sir. Si Miss Karen Amores ng DTI Region 2. Good afternoon, ma'am. Good afternoon. Okay, maraming salamat po sa patuloy ninyong pagsuporta at pagsubaybay sa amin. Akalain niyo yung pang 5th episode na natin today. Sana patuloy niyo po kaming suportahan hanggang sa dulo. Nako, paki-type in naman din po sa ating chat box kung saang probinsya kayo nanonood ngayong hapon at kung nakakailang episode na ba kayo sa ating DigiTalks. So, for example, ako ay taga Bulacan at nakaka-4 na episode na ako. So, tignan nga natin sa chat box kung merong perfect attendance pa rin hanggang ngayong araw na to. Okay, from Malolos, Bulacan, si Miss Rizel's Food Products. Okay, nakaka-5 na episodes na siya sa ating MSME DigiTalks. Okay, si Miss Marian, nakaka-4 na daw siya. Miss Miraflor, 5 episodes from Surigao del Sur. Hi, ma'am! Okay, kita pa rin pala tayo hanggang sa Mindanao. So, buong Pilipinas talaga itong ating MSME DigiTalks. Okay. Maraming salamat po sa mga nagtatay sa ating chat box at thank you for your active participation. Okay. Dapat siguro huwag na natin patagalin pa. So ano nga ba ulit ang MSME DigiTalks? Again, for those who have just tuned in, we would like to inform you that the MSME DigiTalks aims to push forward the digitalization agenda of the DTI to improve the business operations, competitiveness, and resilience of MSMEs through information sessions on topics most needed by MSMEs to thrive in the digital world. Okay, to give a recap naman, may we show you the topics discussed on the previous episodes. Okay, so yan, makikita nyo, nakaka-4 na tayo. Yung una natin ay about sa productivity tools for business. Na-invite natin si DICT, Peddler, and Zales. Next is about digital payment tools. Kasama natin dito si BSP, JustPay2, and MasterCard. And lending apps and tools for business. Kasama natin ang SB Corp, Industry, and Credit BPO. And yung episode naman natin last week about e-commerce tools and trends. Kasama natin ang DOST, Apigo, and Shopboxo. Okay. So, before we start, I would like again to request everyone to have a class picture muna tayo ng kung sino ba yung mga kasama natin ngayong araw. Okay, pabukas po muli ng ating mga camera. Tignan natin ulit yung mga nagagandahan at nagagwapuhan nating mga participants. Okay, thank you so much, lovely. Okay. Next naman, ang ating topic for today's episode. So ano nga ba yung mga matututunan natin today? Okay, for today's episode, we will talk about enterprise resource planning or yung ERP tools. ERPs are types of softwares that MSMEs can use to manage day-to-day softwares that or manage day-to-day business activities such as accounting, procurement, project management, risk management, and compliance and supply chain operations. We have invited Britannia Global Solutions, StoreHub Philippines, and Pinhero Philippines, who will discuss their apps and solutions that can help our MSMEs in their daily operations. Okay, before we proceed, may I also remind everyone to fill out the attendance for today's session. Makikita niyo po yan sa ating chat box. Just click the link in the chat box. So, iba-iba po yung ating attendance sheet per session. So, hindi po ibig sabihin na nagsagot kayo once, ay yun na po yung attendance for the succeeding sessions ng ating MSME DigiTalks. So, fill out pa rin po tayo ng ating attendance sheet. Okay? Certificates will be issued as long as you will be able to attend at least 4 sessions and have completed to fill out the Customer Satisfactory Form or CSF, which will be posted later on. Okay? Before we call our first speaker, we have prepared po a short poll to find out the main barriers that limits your business in adopting digitalization. So kung makikita niyo po sa ating screen, meron tayong menti.com at ang ating code ay 1596-0831. Okay. All you have to do is scan the QR code. Meron ba tayong QR code? Or go to menti.com and use the code na nakikita po natin sa ating screen, which is yung 1596-0831. Or pinost na po ng ating kasama na si Miss Lovely yung ating menti.com na link. So, pwede nyo pong i-click yan and you may answer the poll na po. Okay. So, to start with, okay, mamaya natin tingnan kung ano nga ba ang pulso ng ating mga MSMEs tungkol sa services na, or ano ba yung naging hadlang sa pag-adapt nila ng digitalization. Okay, to start with, our first speaker is from Britannia Global Solutions, who will discuss on the role of ERP in digital transformation. Aside from this, Britannia will also discuss their services offered for the MSMEs that you might be interested to avail. Our first speaker graduated from the De La Salle University with a computer science degree. She has more than 22 years of software engineering and design experience. She worked in several multinational tech companies prior to starting their own business. Now, the owner and managing director of an IT consulting firm specializing in ERP consulting, IT infrastructure, consulting, and outsourcing services. Ladies and gentlemen, let us welcome the tech founder and CEO of Britannia Global Solutions, Miss Ana Calubad. Good afternoon po, ma'am.
Hi, good afternoon. Magandang hapon to everyone, sa inyong lahat. Thank you for that nice introduction, Miss Cherry.
Thank you, ma'am. The virtual floor is yours now.
Sige, let me just share my presentation. Hold on for a second. Sige, let's start. Okay, again, I'm Ana Calubad, founder and CEO of Britannia. So we are on a mission to digitalize the SMEs so that they can eventually become the big companies of tomorrow. So again, thank you to BPI for inviting me to speak today. And I'll be talking about what is ERP and ano ba yung role niya sa digital transformation. Okay. So first and foremost, ano ba ang ERP? What is ERP? ERP, the acronym stands for Enterprise Resource Planning. Pero to put it in layman's terms, ERP is simply an integrated all-in-one software that automates a company's end-to-end operation. So from your procurement to order processing to warehouse and supply chain management, finance, and accounting. So with an ERP, you can seamlessly manage your business using just one software. So now that we know ano yung ERP or what does it stand for, what then is digital transformation? Oftentimes, we hear about the terms digitization, digitalization, and digital transformation used interchangeably. But these words, they don't mean the same thing. Yung digitization, digitalization, and digital transformation, there are 3 different types of digital initiatives that a company can embark on. So it represents the evolution ng digital adoption, which, DTI is educating all SMEs, so we can eventually, adopt digital technologies. So yung first step ng digital adoption is digitization. Ano ba yung digitization? It's a process ng pag-convert ng records or information on paper into digital format. So, siguro basic example nito is yung accounting and general ledger book, na yung columnar ledger book, diba? When you convert that and computerize it, let's say you use Excel, that's digitization. So with digitization, your sharing becomes very easy because your information is now kept either cloud, or it can be stored in a digital format into your computer that you can easily share through email or other system. So what's important to understand with the digitization is that you are only improving the process of a business, the processes of a business. It does not transform or change them. Yan yung digitization. The next step to digital adoption is digitalization. Ano naman digitalization? With digitalization, you are not only putting information into the computer, but you are leveraging technologies to change the way you do business. So yung key driver of digitalization is efficiency. In digitalization, so you use digitized information to establish better ways of working. So you're making everything efficient and simple. So you leverage technologies to automate and streamline your business processes and workflows. So an example of that is, using an ERP system. And that's digitalization. So yung third step to digital adoption is digital transformation. So with digital transformation, you are basically doing a more comprehensive view of your organization. So hindi ka lang nag-leverage ng technology, but more importantly, you leverage yung improved business processes and the people to transform your business. So from yung step 2, yung digitalization, once you streamline your business processes, you now take it to the next level, which is digital transformation, looking at yung comprehensive view ng yung organization or your business, and see, what you can do to transform your business even better. So this transformation can include, changing how employees work, how customers are served, or even how the company is run. It is reinventing your business for you and your customers' benefit. So yung digital transformation strategies, it has to align with your company's overall goals and objectives. So example ng digital transformation, that's transitioning to hybrid work setup. That's one example of digital transformation. But of course, bago mo magawa yung strategy na yan, you have to be ready. Kailangan digitalize ka na. So another example ng digital transformation strategy would be, using AI driven insights to improve your sales efficiency. So That's another example. Another example is yung implementing automated customer service. Like, for example, you have chatbots and those new tools available for us. Now, ano yung role ng ERP in digital transformation? Basically, ERP is the driver and centerpiece of digital transformation. Before you think about embarking on digital transformation, you need an ERP to first digitalize and streamline your business operation. So, yeah. ERP is all about data. Yung operational data mo, business process data, consumer data, supply chain data. It's all in one system. And without data, without information, you cannot make strategic decisions and transform your business. There's a saying that there's no AI without IA. So there's no artificial intelligence without information architecture. Ang AI, artificial intelligence, basically that is used, to example niyan is doing forecasting, based on the data that your system, your ERP has collected. Yung AI, it can do forecasting. Pwede niyang sabihin sa'yo na, okay, among the products that you have during this particular season, like for example, during summer, during, let's say summer, ito yung mga products na bilhin mo. It can do those recommendations based on the data collected. So that's artificial intelligence or machine learning. Some people call it machine learning. So without data, without an information architecture, AI or all these technology that you will hear, the mga new technologies that you will hear, will be invalid because it needs accurate information, accurate data to be fed into those systems to produce, syempre, output na usable. So if your data is scattered all over the place, for example, in combination ng manual spreadsheets, in different siloed systems, yung mga legacy system, and it's inaccurate, or it will take you weeks or even months just to gather those information, then it will be difficult for you to plan for your digital transformation strategy. Because by then, yung plan mo will be obsolete na, or you have already missed out on the opportunity dahil sa tagal mong ginather yung data because it's all scattered all over the place. So therefore, ERP is the foundation of digital transformation. So why do businesses need an ERP? So every business, big or small, needs to go digital. I think you need a modern ERP solution to digitalize your end-to-end operations. So now that businesses are selling via omni-channel, so offline and online, manual inventory tracking will not work anymore. So the increasing customer demand, such as shorter lead times, same-day delivery, increased e-commerce fulfillment, manual processing will just create bottlenecks to the supply chain. Yung business owners, yung mga SMEs natin, mga business owners, they spend too much time and so much resources doing manual bookkeeping and tax reporting when all of these can be automated with ERP. Without an ERP, SMEs struggle to report on their performance real time. So they do not know if they're profitable or ano yung true profit margin nila. And as we know, COVID also killed the traditional workspace. Businesses now have to adapt hybrid work or they will lose their competitiveness. And hybrid work will not be possible without a cloud-based ERP solution in place. So in order for SMEs to thrive and survive, they need to, and they want to go digital. while SMEs see the importance of digital technologies as a way to improve their business performance, they don't know where and how to start. There's limited option in the market for a cost-effective and comprehensive ERP software. Full suite ERP systems are expensive. So on top of that, businesses have to spend millions to have a developer implement it. And then you need to also pay high annual support and maintenance fees. And usually it takes 6 months to a year to implement an ERP solution, which is long. So generally for the SMEs, because of all these reasons, they tend to shy away from ERP. So, and for those reasons, Britannia made it its mission to empower the SMEs by providing them with high quality software solutions so that they can truly run their business digitally. And thus the birth of our core product, Britannia ERP, which is a full suite and enterprise grade ERP made for rapid deployment and for SMEs. We provide enterprise level features, but at small business price. So what this means is companies who use our ERP, they get to enjoy features that you would only find from ERPs offered by tier 1 companies like Oracle, SAP, and the like. We automate and integrate all the business functions, so from procurement to order processing, warehouse, supply chain management, finance, and accounting. We provide real-time inventory insights. So not only does the system shows quantity that is available in the warehouse, our system tells you when you need to buy stocks before they run out or when you have overstock. So we also automate bookkeeping for all the transactions. So reports are readily available when you need to do VAT or withholding tax reporting. And then you can also access your sales and inventory for all your branches anytime and anywhere. You can approve purchase orders and other transactions even when you're on a vacation. And these are just a few of what ERP can do for SMEs. And to help you visualize what ERP is about, let me show you a video to give you a quick overview of Britannia ERP. Okay. Yeah, you see that, in an ERP, basically, it's an end-to-end solution, basically, from when you procure your goods down to selling it, receiving the payment. But Britannia ERP is modular, so we can, activate modules, and the activate modules, you only activate modules that you will need or that's applicable to your business. Yep. So, and that's my last slide. Thank you. And if you guys want to know more about Britannia ERP, you can reach us through our website. That's www.britanniasolutions.com. You can also reach us through our email or contact information flash on the screen. You can request for a free demo to know more about ERP and how it can help your business. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ms. Ana Kalubad. We appreciate Britannia for accommodating and sharing with us the services or solutions you offer in assisting the MSME streamline and automate their business end-to-end operations and to eliminate manual and repetitive process to boost productivity and efficiency. Okay, for our participants, for any questions, you may raise hand or type in your questions in our chat box. Okay, before we proceed with the Q&A, let us first show the result of our poll earlier. Okay, now may I call on our Senior Trade and Industry Development Specialist of the Monitoring and Evaluation Division under the Bureau of SME Development, Mr. Joel Faria, to facilitate the Q&A. Okay.
Thank you, Cherry, for that and for the introduction, and thank you again for Miss Kalubad for the very informative session. No? So siguro before we proceed po with the questions from our MSME participants, no, we are just showing this mini poll, no. So as of now, we have received 15 respondents. So based on the responses of our MSMEs, yung top 1 po na na-identify nila is yung lack of technical expertise and skilled personnel in-house siguro in relation to digital adaptation, while followed by lack of available resources and budget. Siguro to ask Ma'am Ana, no, ano po ba yung siguro naging experience ng, or what can you say about, kasi you mentioned a while ago na-mention nyo po yung 3 steps, no, yung digitalization, and digital transformation. Ito po bang 3 steps na to needs to be followed parang religiously ng ating mga MSMEs for them to talagang masabi na they are adopting yung digitalization?
No, hindi naman. Actually, yung digitization, that's yan yung digital adoption back in the early 90s or even 80s nung nagkaroon ng computer where they started using spreadsheets. But in the 21st century, syempre, I think with the advent of yung mga mobile application on all these apps that are available, I think medyo laos na yung mga spreadsheets. So we you can go to digitalization, which is kailangan meron ka ng a system, that will digitalize yung operation. Hindi lang parang converting it into a digital format, but you use as a software na mai-streamline mo yung business process nyo rather than pagka-encode mo rito, i-encode mo again sa another system, because marami kang system na ginagamit na maliliit. Like for example, meron kang system pang accounting system, meron kang another system for your inventory, or combination nun, meron kang spreadsheet siguro na doon mo tinatrack, okay, ito yung mga na-deliver ko na, ito yung hindi, or ito yung mga nag-partial payment. With an ERP system, so kita mo agad, pag-load mo ng, for example, nagbenta ka, may sales order ka, in just one screen, you can see there, okay, na-invoice ko na ba itong taong to? Ano ba yung invoice number na yun? Nagbayad na ba sila? Magkano na yung nabayad nila? Siyempre, usually yung mga SMEs that are in the B2B na market, meron tayong mga payment terms sa ating mga customers. So you want to be able to efficiently track. Hindi lang benta ng benta. Siyempre, kailangan is alam natin na, okay, nababayaran ba tayo on time? Fully paid na ba yung dineliver natin? So that's the use of an ERP system. Lahat yon in one screen, kita mo na siya. Kita mo na kung may return ba. For example, nagkaroon ng defect, ni-return yung goods. Nakatrack na rin siya in one system. Nakatrack na rin, hindi lang in one system, even in one screen. Kita mo na, oh, ito, meron akong return. Ano ang reason ng return? And that's the beauty of ERP. So hindi naman kailangan na we follow the steps. Some might jump directly to digital transformation, but syempre, I will caution people on that. Siguro, because to embark on digital transformation, kailangan siguro, at the minimum, meron ka ng system in place that na-streamline na yung business process. Kasi ano ba yung digital transformation? Ito, you take your business to the next level na eh. So from the data that you have gathered, isipin mo, okay, should I go online? Should I mag-go online, mag-sell pa ako online, like omni-channel, o wag muna? Should I bring in more goods? So, yan yung, the modern ERP now, and even Britannia, we provide, you see dashboards a while ago. If you watch the video that I showed, there are dashboards that show you, okay, ano ba yung mga top products that are selling well. We have over 200 reports that can show you the state of your business. So at any given point in time, you see, okay, ano ba ang kita? Am I earning, or benta nga ako ng benta pero mababa pala yung margin ko, and because of my operation expense, hindi na pala ako kumikita. So in an ERP, you see those information at any point in time.
Okay. Thank you for that, Ms. Ana. Siguro follow-up question po, no? Yung ERP kasi you mentioned it is an all-in-one software, no? Parang for us sa DTI, parang business one-stop shop for in different tools and yung need ng isang business parang integrated na into the software, no? So ang question ko po, does it need ba parang meron bang certain criteria for a business to venture into ERP? Kailangan ba merong parang yung scale niya ba, malaki na ba yung operation niya, or can a micro directly parang avail the ERP or yung technology, no? Kasi karamihan din po ng mga participants po or yung mga clients ng DTI belong to the micro sector. So kanina, I think nung nakita niyo po dun sa poll natin, yung top 2 is probably yung number 1 po, yung skill, no? Not necessarily yung tao niya, baka pati po mismo yung owner ng business, ng micro business, pati yung budget. So meron po ba siyang meron po bang certain criteria for you to adopt yung ERP, or anybody, any interested MSME can directly can use the platform?
Oo. Siguro I would say maybe for the micro, kasi usually micro mga single no, and basically you run the business yourself, and tingin ko for micro not yet. Siguro once you feel that nag-i-scale na yung business mo, nahihirapan ka nang i-monitor yung sales mo, nahihirapan ka nang i-monitor yung inventory mo, then you start looking for an ERP. At a micro level, I would recommend, siguro there's a lot of mga free apps, small apps that can handle that. Kasi since it's the business owner who practically run the entire operation, in terms of monitoring your business, alam mo yung nangyayari talaga eh. So maybe you don't need siguro that extent na ERP. Although yung concern is yung budget, yun yung mission namin eh, because I know I was in the corporate working for like at mga multinational tech companies like Oracle and Accenture, and I saw how expensive ERP is, and so it became my mission to come up with a software that provides that advantages that yung mga big companies get to enjoy to the SMEs. And that's why we are offering our ERP at a very low cost, probably lowest in the market, which is, like the license cost is around 2,250 per user. And we don't charge implementation cost. Kadalasan kasi ang ERP, may setup din na ginagawa. So usually may nag-i-implement, and because may mga accounting aspect that you need to set up, the chart of accounts that you need to set up in the system. And for us, we implement that for free for our SMEs. And dahil cloud-based din nga siya, yung concern naman nila, wala akong technical skills. Paano yan? Since it's cloud-based, wala na tayong mga server setup na kailangang gamitin. So basically, you just log into the system and start using it.
Ito na. Ma'am, siguro to ask them, paano po ba yung experience ng Britana during the pandemic? Kumbaga, syempre, parang, di ba yung business sector po natin were forced to pivot, para makapag-survive during this pandemic. Based on your experience, tumaas po ba yung demand sa mga digital tools like Britana? Parang mas po ba siya?
Oo, definitely. There's a study actually that showed the increase in the demand for ERP before kasi hindi lang yung yung mga malalaking corporation that are using on-premise, now they're shifting to cloud-based. Naghahanap pa sila ngayon ng cloud-based. Kasi bakit? During the pandemic, on-premise yung kanilang ERP. And what happens is, dahil nga yung mga employees nila cannot go to work, hindi rin nila ma-access at magagamit yung ERP. Dahil it's nasa office yung kanilang server. Unlike cloud-based, basically, as long as you have internet connection, you're able to access the ERP anytime and anywhere. Yan yung kagandahan nung cloud-based ERP, and that's why there's a clamor to look for a cloud-based ERP solution, because yung naging experience sa nung pandemic. Hindi nila makita ngayon, meron ba akong inventory? Hindi nila makita yung system, hindi nila ma-access system. So, or kung makaka-access man, they only have like yung skeletal workforce that are in the office and feeding those information to their salespeople.
Siguro ma'am, meron po tayong some questions po sa chat box. Yung sabi po ni Ma'am Eileen Basagre, how safe is IA for the accomplishment of AI? So medyo technical po yung question ni Ma'am Eileen, how safe po yung IA for the accomplishment of AI?
Actually, walang effect on the security ang AI, artificial intelligence. Yung AI kasi ang ginagawa niya is you train like the computer to study your data. Siyempre, as you build your data, siguro as the years go by, dumadami yung information that it gets. And from those information, napag-aaralan ng computer na okay, and then it's able to provide you insights na hindi mo it's for you have to parang go through so much data para ma-come up mo yung okay, ito yung recommendation na to. Alam mo yung mga websites that you say yung mga e-commerce platform, bakit sila nakakapag recommend sa iyo ng mga gusto mong yung mga i-offer sa iyo ng mga products? It's because of the AI engine sa background. Pinag-aaralan niya yung mga hilig mo eh. Ano ba yung mga sinesearch mo online, so on and so forth. And then it recommends to you, okay, bilhin ito yung mga available on sale, yung mga ganitong items, and that's AI. So in terms of security, wala naman tayong nakikitang concern on that.
Okay, ma'am. Siguro, meron po dito from, I think, related po, no, yung, it's not a question, probably it's a comment po, no, from Ms. Cheryl Pedrera and Ma'am Teresita Lupog, no, for, parang they are, tinutukoy po nila yung budget in their my business to go digital. Probably, what can you recommend or suggest, lalo na kasi I think majority of the MSMEs were not ready, no, to go into digital. Parang biglaan po kasi yung pandemic. So ongoing pa rin siya. What can you parang ano po ba yung maipapayo niyo sa ating mga MSME that are planning to go digital with limited budget or resources po?
Siguro for me, no, first identify ano ba yung pinaka-pain point sa business nyo. Ano ba yung pinaka-pain point? Since nga, I'm sure, in every business, we have multiple pain points at different scale. But identify the biggest pain point sa business and look for a solution to that. Look for whether it be technology. A lot of times it's you need to automate. Look for a solution for that, and look for yung I think maraming din naman available na mga software solution from startups. It doesn't mean that if it comes from a startup company, hindi na quality yung mga software solution na yon. Hindi lang sila branded, like those bigger offered by yung mga multinational tech companies. That's one way to approach it, I think. And maybe siguro yung siguro do research. There's a wealth of information that you can find in the internet. Do research on ano ba yung mga pwede kong gamitin. And then let's say like for example for Bitana ERP, you can start with a few user license. Start with that. Ano ba yung pinakakailangan nyo? Let's say definitely say kailangan ko yung isang may mag-handle ng warehouse. Start with 5 licenses lang muna. So you yourself, kung may warehouse personnel ka, isang taga-cashier mo na nag-i-invoice. Start at a minimum. Hindi naman kailangan sa ERP na full blown, kailangan bigyan mo ng access yung buong organization. Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am. No? So, ang ganda nung sinabi ni Ma'am Ana, no, yung two points, no. Number one, know your pain points, no. Kung ano talaga yung medyo sa tingin ng company will be needed to be talagang addressed, no, immediately. Then yung do research. So, siguro sa ating mga MSME participants ngayon, tandaan natin yung dalawang keywords na sinabi ni Ma'am Ana. Siguro ano na lang po, kung meron pa po bang additional questions or comments, feel free to type in the chat box or unmute yourself, no? So maganda rin po at least nandito po yung ating expert po, si Ma'am Ana. So kasi Ma'am Ana, ito pong DigiTalks natin, we are conducting this to at least increase yung awareness ng ating mga MSME clients. So right now, pang 5 episode na po ito. Then probably by next year we can also again conduct a season 2, no? Yun, meron pa po bang questions para we can free up na po natin si Ma'am Ana siguro in 1, 2, 3. Siguro ma'am, bago po kayo paalam sa amin, probably you can say something, no, sa ating mga MSMEs, lalo na those who are planning to go to digital, no, parang some inspiration para for them. Siyempre marami pong agang-agang kasi nga marami rin pong unknown kumbaga sa ating mga MSMEs, maraming tapos meron pa mga ibang factors na hindi rin po natin nakokontrol. Siguro yung inspirational message for them to go into digital.
Oo. Alam nyo yung digital technologies or yung mga digital software that are available, yan yung magle-level ng playing field. So, dati, di ba, kung hindi ka makapag-compete with other, bigger businesses because sila yung may resources eh. Ngayon, dahil meron tayong technology, nale-level yung playing field. So I think for the SMEs, you can hear stories about, SMEs na who went really, successful and with, very small resources, budget that they have, and then they were able to compete with, bigger companies. Kinakabahan na ngayon yung mga bigger companies. Oh, ang daming mga SMEs na nagsusulputan, di ba? Ang ano is, harness yung digital technologies for you to scale your business. Kasi kung ima-manual natin yan, for you to grow fast and fast enough, kailangan talaga sasabayan mo yan ng digital tools.
Okay. Thank you po, Miss Ana. Siguro sa ating mga participants, we can give Miss Ana a virtual round of applause. And hopefully, Ma'am Ana, in the coming events of DTI, we can still invite you po as our resource person, no? So,
yes, of course. Anytime.
You can type your ma'am, yung contact details dito po sa chat box natin for our participants can reach you po, no? And Britanna for any questions or clarifications they may have. So, virtual round of applause po tayo kay Miss Ana. Salamat po, ma'am, and we hope to see you again po in the future. Back to you, Cherry. Thank you po, ma'am.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Okay, thank you again, Ms. Ana Kalubad, for your great presentation, and we appreciate your time in sharing valuable information on Britannia services. Okay, may I remind again everyone to fill out the attendance for today's session. Just click the link in the chat box. Certificates will be issued as long as you will be able to attend at least 4 of our sessions and complete our customer satisfactory form or CSF form, which will be posted later on. Okay. We have requested a message of support from our regional directors via video presentation. We would like to present to you a video message from DTI Region 5. Ladies and gentlemen, to share with us the region's best practices and
DigiTalks enables our MSMEs.
Welcome Regional Director Rodrigo M. Aguilar.
DigiTalks enables our MSMEs to be familiarized with new ways of doing business under the new normal. This initiative will improve the knowledge of our MSMEs as regards digital transformation and provide options on available technology, tools, and applications. In the Bicol region, government, MSMEs, and technology tools and application developers and providers work hand in hand to elevate MSMEs' digital consciousness, appreciation, and adoption. We have worked with technology experts to upscale the digital capabilities of our MSMEs. For 2022, DTI Region 5 targets 9,500 MSMEs to be doing e-commerce out of the 23,000 MSMEs we are assisting. To do this, MSMEs were introduced to live selling. We have partnered with Facebook, Lazada, Shopee, and other local market platforms like orgullocanbicol.ph, Online Market of Bisap Gainsa or OMG, Deliverat, etc. in training our MSMEs. Delivery platforms like Foodpanda and Grab have become common among our local producers. The mobility restrictions at the height of the pandemic has inevitably forced our MSMEs to make use of logistics companies like Ninja Van, JNT, LBC, JRS, Air21, and others. Assistance are likewise provided to MSMEs to have access to online payment platforms in enrollment with Amazon. All these initiatives can only be done with competent DTI staff serving as business consultants. thus the conduct of staff development training on digitalization. We have conducted a survey among our assisted MSMEs on the different marketing platforms they have been using, and these are our findings. Out of the 228 respondents, 75% use Facebook, 25% Instagram, 15% Shopee, 11% TikTok, and 8% Lazada. Still others use eBay, Twitter, LinkedIn, Linker, and Snapchat. With other initiatives like DigiTalks, we hope to develop the awareness and appreciation of our MSMEs on digitalization and consequently result to increased adoption of e-commerce in their business operations. A pleasant good day, everyone.
Thank you, R.D. Aguilar and DTI Region 5 for that inspiring video. We appreciate you sharing the various programs that you have initiated to help your MSMEs to step further and thrive in the digital world. Our MSMEs watching now can duplicate your efforts and be able to adapt digitalization to sustain their growth. Okay, may I introduce to you now briefly about the tech tools for MSMEs. At these challenging times, it is important for you MSMEs to embrace digitalization. We need for innovation and increased adoption of digital technologies will be one of the means to put your businesses back on track from the challenges and difficulties experienced from the pandemic and sustain economic growth, especially in the years to come. In March 2020, the DTI launched the Tech Tools for MSMEs to provide information to MSMEs on the different technology tools, applications, platforms, and resources available in coping with the challenges and disruptions brought by the community quarantine. Most of the tools or solutions are free, while others have corresponding fees. They are categorized based on functionality across multiple categories such as e-commerce, e-payment, digital marketing, logistics, work-from-home collaboration tools, productivity tools. The site also includes links to webinars, finding an expert, and government resources. For more information, the Tech Tools site can be viewed on the link provided on the slide. Okay, before we proceed to our next topic, let us have another activity. May I request our tech team to please launch the Jamboard, please. Okay, you just have to answer the question. What assistance do you need to implement the digitalization in your business? Okay, para masagutan po natin yung ating Jamboard, kailangan po lang natin gawin ay pumunta ulit dun sa link na ipinost ni Ms. Lovely sa ating chat box. Okay. Yan yung same link din po, which is yung menti.com, and gamitin po natin yung code na 1596081. Okay. Okay. Moving on, the next topic will be focusing on how StoreHub empowers businesses to thrive in this new normal. In addition to this, our presenter will introduce point of sale system that includes a powerful QR loyalty cashback program, an easy to adapt e-commerce platform, QR table ordering system, and a food delivery service which help business owners manage and grow their store from a single platform. For everyone's information, StoreHub is also accredited by the Bureau of Internal Revenue in the Philippines. Our speaker started as a customer success manager, then transitioned to a consultant role, where he assists businesses in making decisions to onboard their businesses in StoreHub. He now leads a team of consultants in providing the best possible solutions and customer experience to StoreHub merchants. Ladies and gentlemen, let us welcome the sales manager of StoreHub Philippines, Mr. John Paul Marteja. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon po. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you po, Miss Cherry, for that wonderful introduction po. Let me share my screen, ma'am, para I can proceed na po with my presentation. Let me know, ma'am, kung nakikita niyo na po yung aking screen.
Yes, sir. Nakita po namin.
Yan, sige po. Thank you po, no? So, like what Miss Cherry said po, StoreHub po, we are empowering businesses to delight their customers and of course, thrive in this new normal po, no? A brief introduction lang po on what we do before I proceed po doon sa mga factors or features po na meron si StoreHub po. No? So, alam naman po natin the business landscape po has completely changed due to the pandemic. Marami pong nagsarang mga businesses, marami pong nag-struggle po, no? Alam po natin na marami pong owners ang nag-struggle to adapt to the new reality of running a business. So number one po, no, rising rent and ingredients pricing, lahat naman po tumataas, wala na pong bumababa pagdating sa mga cost, no? Managing business on the go is very difficult po. Di ba po nung nag-pandemic, syempre hindi tayo makalabas. So yung mga business owners hindi makapunta sa kanilang mga stores or establishment right away. So medyo mahirap po talaga. Hindi ka pwedeng kung saan-saan pupunta basta-basta. And thirdly po, yung consumers po more digital na. No, so bombard na sila ng mga advertisement, kung ano-ano pong nakikita nila sa mga social media. So yung mga consumers po ngayon, nag-expect na sila ng mas marami. No? So ordering online, contactless payments, notification, mga takeaway, yung pick-up options, mga digital po, no, na hospitality, yung mga hinahanap na po ng consumers natin ngayon. Alam po namin, mahirap po ngayon, pero there's a way po para sa mga businesses po, lalo na po sa mga SMEs, na mag-succeed po in this new reality. Kaya po, nandito kami, si StoreHub, para tulungan po kayo. No? So, pakilala ko lang po muna ang aming co-founders po, si Kong Yu, yung nasa kaliwa po, and si Wai Hong po, yung nasa kanan. So, StoreHub po was founded in 2013. And as of now po, we are, kumbaga po, nakikater po kami sa around 15,000 businesses po. Restaurant, retailers, services po in Malaysia, Thailand, and of course, here in the Philippines po. And I'm JP Marteja po again, sales manager here in StoreHub po. And na-introduce naman na po ni Ms. Cherry kanina yung background ko po dito sa StoreHub. Yan. Pakita ko lang din po yung team namin dito sa Philippines. Nakaraang buwan lang po, no, nag-participate kami sa Franchise Expo na ginanap po sa SMX. So baka po may mga nakapunta sa inyo doon, nakasilip po sa aming booth. And kung mapapansin niyo po sa may lower right, one of our partner po dito sa StoreHub, si Marvin Agustin, no? So one of his restaurant po, ginagamit po si StoreHub para sa kanyang POS. Yan. So kami po ay po na F&B and retail businesses here in the Philippines. Yan. So baka familiar po kayo. Kita nyo pong logos dito sa screen like Sarks, Grumpy Joe, yan, Straightforward, RJ Guitar Center, Jerry's, some of the few gumagamit na po ng StoreHub. Okay? So napansin po namin, meron pong 3 things na ginagamit yung mga nag-succeed na business owner. One, yung foundation po ng lahat yung nasa ilalim. So you need to run excellent. Lahat naman po pre-pandemic, I believe merong excellent operation po. Pero maka-survive yung mga businesses during pandemic, yung mga loyal customers. And of course, dapat po alam po natin how to engage sa mga customers po natin. Of course, syempre, paano natin sila may entice na bumalik po sa atin or mag-avail po ng other products po na ino-offer natin. So ito po yung 3 things na nakita po namin na ginamit ng mga businesses or meron yung mga businesses na nag-succeed sa new reality po, no, or sa new normal. Okay? So, ang tanong po namin lagi, how are you running your operation? Alam po namin mahirap 'yan, lalo na po pagka medyo manual po tayo, no? So, manual inventory tracking. During pandemic po, hindi ka makapunta agad sa store mo para makapagbilang ng inventory. Sales reports. Bago maipasa sa iyo yung sales report, kailangan magtali muna si cashier, isa-send sa'yo via Facebook Messenger or Viber. So hindi siya ganun ka-real time. Of course, yung employee shifts natin and performance, kung wala ka sa store lagi, hindi mo rin po matatrack. Tapos kung meron ka pa pong mga promotions and multi-store, of course, ang hirap po niyan i-track kung lalo na pandemic, hindi ka makagalaw ng maayos. Kaya po si Store Hub, meron po kaming tools na ginagamit ng mga businesses para po makapag-run ng efficient and excellent operation po. So number one, yung cloud-based POS, ito po yung makikita nyo yung nasa kanan. So sa ating operation, kailangan po natin ito. POS, dito po pinapasok lahat ng sales natin. Integrated po ito with a digital ordering po. So pwede na pong contactless yung ordering natin if preferred po ito ng mga customers. So you have options po sa ating in-store operation, which is lahat po integrated to a system to track po yung inventory and ingredients natin. So automated na po yan, wala na po tayong gagawin. Digitalize po lahat yan. And lahat po ng reports, pupunta po sa inyo as a business owner. Kahit po nasa office kayo, may work po kayo, real-time reports po, employee tracking, e-commerce, makikita nyo po through a website lang po or a browser. Kahit po sa cellphone lang or laptop, any device, basta may internet connection. And of course, our system is integrated with a delivery platform po. So all-in-one na po yan, no? In-store and delivery, nandito na po. With powerful promotion and marketing campaigns to help you po syempre to boost sale. Okay? Yan. So number one, a fully integrated, customer-friendly, cloud-based, modern POS. So makikita nyo po no, yung device na ginagamit natin, touchscreen na po yan. So application lang po yung POS natin. Hindi nyo na po kailangan ng malalaking computer, no, yung mga mahal na computer para mag-run ng POS. Ngayon po sa mga device, pwede na po nating i-download to iOS or Android po pwede. Ingredients and inventory management, like I mentioned, sales analytic and reporting real-time, and employee attendance po. Another thing po na sinabi ko po kanina, yung digital QR ordering po natin. So si customer po, hindi na po niya kailangan tawagin si waiter. Scan lang po niya yung QR code, select po kung ano yung o-orderin niya, and pay na po. With this po, diretso na po sa kitchen natin yung order. Mag-aantay na lang po si waiter na matapos yung preparation ng food or kung ano po yung in-order ni customer para i-serve po. Now, with this one, 1.5 times higher yung table turnover. So meaning, sobrang bilis po ng transition. Hindi na po kasi kailangan magantay ni customer ng waiter or waitstaff para kunin yung order nila. And magkaroon man tayo ng aberya sa store, may absent man, na waiter, walang problema. Kasi po kahit 50% lang po yung manpower natin, magra-run pa rin tayo dahil po sa QR ordering natin. Yan. So, just to highlight lang po yung difference from old ordering process versus sa new ordering process. Kung makikita nyo po, no, napakahaba po nung old ordering process natin. So, ilang step po yan, nasa 9. Unlike ito pong new ordering process natin, from waiter, wala na pong waiter, si customer comes in, sit down po, scan ng QR code, pay, and then prepare na po agad si kitchen and then si waiter, sa-serve na lang po yung food or yung in-order po ni customer. So ganyan kabilis po sa new ordering process natin. Yan. So next thing po na nabanggit ko kanina, no, yung mga nag-survive na or yung mga talagang nag-boom nung pandemic ng mga businesses is kilala nila yung customer. So do you know po ba kung sino yung mga customer natin? Alam po ba natin kung bakit mahalaga yung customer? Kasi po, 80% lang po ng mga customer natin yung one time. No? So meaning nung one time, so ngayon lang sila napadaan sa restaurant natin or sa tindahan natin, hindi na po yan babalik. And then, we know po na yung mga bumabalik o yung mga loyal customer po, pagbalik niyan, 1.9 times na po yung returning customer spend. So meaning, mas marami na silang binibili yung mga loyal customer. So kumbaga yung first order nila before, 2 dish lang. Ngayon po pagbalik nila, dumadami na po kasi gusto nila i-try yung iba. And of course, 75% of mga customers, lalo na po yung mga Filipino, gusto po yung merong point system or yung cashback po, no, or loyalty program sa mga SMEs or sa mga businesses po. Yan. So, alam naman natin na yung collecting ng data or yung customer data medyo mahirap. Minsan yung staff natin nahihiyang magtanong, and pagka isinulat nila minsan mali-mali yung nakukuhang information. Kung meron naman tayong forms para i-fill out ng mga customer, medyo tedious po, no? So kahit naman po alam natin sa sarili natin, no, na nakakatamad po mag-fill out ng mga forms. And kung meron tayong another system na ginagamit para sa customer data, ibig sabihin po hindi po ito centralized or sync, kasi from manual ipapasok mo pa po, 'di ba, sa system natin. So medyo mabagal po and tedious pa rin. Si StoreHub po, inautomate na po 'yan para po mas mabilis yung pag-collect ng customer information natin. So we have two ways po to collect customer information. So, number one, through QR order pa rin po. Once is-scan ni customer yung QR code to order, input po nila yung name nila syempre. So automatic na po 'yun maka-capture natin. Another one po is yung aming loyalty program, which is yung cashback. So every time po na magpiprint ng resibo, may QR code po ito, and pwede po kayo mag-set ng percentage na magiging points ni customer. So it will entice them to come back po sa store natin or restaurant to avail again of our service or product po natin. And then automatic po 'yan, yung mga data na 'yan integrated po sa back office natin. No, yung back office natin, hindi po iba-iba 'yan. Isang back office lang po 'yan. Customer database, real-time reporting, inventory management. Nandiyan na po 'yan, sama-sama na po. Na you can access anywhere, anytime using a mobile phone, basta may internet connection po and a browser po. Yan. And of course, paano po tayo mag-engage sa mga customer natin para mapabalik po sila dito sa ating store or restaurant. Lahat po ng data nakuha nyo na po si StoreHub. We can also automate this for you. Meron po tayong rule-based promotion. No? You can create promos po para si cashier, hindi na po siya magbibigay ng manual discounting sa POS natin. Automatic na po yan. Pwede nyo pong lagyan ng start date and end date para wala na po kayong poproblemahin. Isa-set nyo na lang po, and then pag reach na ng end date, automatic back to regular price na po yung POS natin or yung product sa POS. Another thing po, you can automate your SMS sa mga customers na nakuha natin yung data. So StoreHub Engage, to-turn on mo lang po ito and let it run. Cashback reminder po, magbibigay po sila ng reminder sa customer po na meron pa siyang loyalty points na pwedeng gamitin. Yung mga customer na matagal nang hindi bumabalik, pwede nyo pong itap para at least mabigyan nyo sila ng discount pag bumalik po sila ulit. And birthday promotion. Ito, alam naman po natin, ang birthday mahalaga sa mga Pinoy, no? So, a simple message po na happy birthday, you have 10% discount, come back sa restaurant, just show the message. Napaka ganda na po sa pakiramdam nun. So, ito po yung mga ways on how to engage or kung paano po si StoreHub nakakatulong to engage sa mga customer po natin. And with all this engagement, of course, meron tayong detailed reports para makita naman po natin ilang customer po yung na-reach natin, total cost na nagastos natin, and magkano po yung bumalik in return. No? So, ROI natin magkano. So for example po, no, text blasting, 1 peso per messages po, no? You send po 100 messages. Bumalik lang po 5. Talo ka po ba doon or lugi ka? Hindi naman po, syempre. Yung 5 na yun, syempre, bumili. Ang sabihin mo na po na ang minimum na product mo po price is 100 pesos. So 5 times 100, so 500 pesos po yung kinita mo compare sa versus sa 100 pesos na text blast na ginastos mo po, no? So yun po yung pinapakita sa reports na to, na which is si StoreHub nandito na po at gagamitin na lang po ng mga users natin. Yan. So nakita rin po namin na talagang with automated messages, yung return po ng customer talaga tumaas po in 25 times po. Yan. So with StoreHub, you can focus po on running excellent operation, and we will help you po automate the rest po, like knowing your customer, and engaging with your customer po. Also, we have a local support team here in Manila. Based po kami sa Makati. So, nandyan po ang aming onboarding managers. We will help you onboard, set up your account, and train your staff. Of course, pati po ikaw na business owner on how to use StoreHub POS. And our customer care team, which is available po every day, Monday to Friday po from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. para po i-support kung ano man yung mga questions natin na kailangan masagot. Okay? And if you want to know more about StoreHub, scan nyo lang po ito or you can reach us via this phone number or this email po. Yeah. So, hanggang dito po yung aking presentation. Thank you po for your time po.
Thank you very much, Mr. John Paul Marteja, for that great presentation about your company services.
Thank
Okay,
you, ma'am.
before we proceed with our question and answer session, let us show first our Jamboard to determine the needs of our MSMEs. Okay, again, may I give the floor to Sir Jawa for our Q&A. Sir Jawa.
Sir JP, maraming salamat po for that informative presentation. So sir, siguro bago tayo pumunta po dun sa questions ng ating mga participants, yung mga MSMEs po natin, ano po kaya yung sa tingin yung additional assistance na pwede pong yung maidagdag dito aside from those identified by our MSMEs, para for them to be able to implement their yung digitalization objective sa kanilang business operation. So dito po kasi makikita natin nandiyan yung mga na-identify ng ating MSME, yung financial assistance, easy access, digital knowledge, digital tools, stable connection, budget, internet. So aside from that, sir, ano pa kaya ang maidagdag nyo for them na siguro hindi pa na-identify na assistance na nakikita nyo sa perspective ng isang technology provider po?
Yun po, Sir Jaworski, based sa experience ko po, number one na yun, yung laging hinahanap ng mga clients namin is yung free training. Kasi dito sa free training po nito, yung tutok po ba yung trainer sa mismong owner or business owner po, Yung training kasi, when you say training, talagang dito sinasabi mo na tutulungan mo na matuto kung paano gumamit ng parang digital or yung technology yung isang tao or yung isang business owner po. So I believe yung training yon ang isa sa mga pinakamahalaga na kailangan or kailangang assistance ng isang SME para po yon makapag-implement ng digitalization sa kanilang business.
Opo. I also agree with that, sir. Kaya po kami sa DTI, part din ng advocacy namin is to conduct similar activities like the DigiTalks, for us to be able to uplift pa rin yung knowledge, skills ng ating mga MSMEs para at least yung hesitancy po sa pag-adapt ng digitalization at ma-minimize po, kasi syempre pag medyo kulang ka sa information, you will be hesitant to be able to use or be onboarded in such a platform. So sir, meron po tayong mga questions specific for StoreHub. Number one po, siguro yung StoreHub po ba, yung sinabi nyo POS, is it limited lang po ba sa F&B or can yung other MSMEs na nasa retail, not providing food, can use also StoreHub?
Yes, po. Any business po na nagbibigay po or merong product na binibenta, pwede po, So it's either po retail, kahit po services, pwede rin po.
Okay, sir. Sir, another question. Can I schedule necessary reports to automatically email at the end of each week or month?
With that one po, wala tayong automation no, with sending reports po. Yung reports kasi natin nasa back office po lahat and wala pong limit yung storage niya kasi po cloud-based. So you can retract naman po kung anong date yung gusto nating tignan and yung lagi naman pong pinapakita ng reports natin is yung latest or kung ano po yung the day itself na binuksan mo siya.
Okay, thank you, sir. So another question, how do you store my customer data safely? Yung
Okay po.
parang, I think referring po ito sa privacy ng ating mga clients po, no, ng mga customers ng isang business.
Okay po. With that naman po, no, we use kasi cloud system. So Amazon Web Service po yung gamit natin. No? So when it comes to security, I believe Amazon naman po makakapagpatunay na secure naman po tayo. And next thing po, yung mga customer data po ng bawat SMEs or yung mga user po ni StoreHub, kanya-kanya po yan. So hindi po nakikita or kumbaga sa back office lang po ng each account makikita yung mga customers po. So ako po gumagamit ng StoreHub, hindi ko po makikita yung kay customer or kay merchant A na mga yung customer database niya. Even po sa amin na mga employee ng StoreHub, hindi po namin yan nakikita or na-access unless you give us permission no to check yung kanilang back office para po sa mga issues or mga concern po. And of course, yung data privacy law naman po natin is ano po tayo diyan no? Sumusunod naman po tayo diyan.
Another question, sir, will I have the ability to set store goals and employee goals and track performance?
Okay. Yes po, you can track performance po of our employee po, lalo na yung mga nasa retail and sales po. Kung meron tayong quota, pwede po, meron tayong employee sales reports po na makukuha sa ating back office.
Sir, siguro similar to the question that tinanong ko po, no, kay Ma'am Ana. Ano po yung naging parang experience ng StoreHub from pre-pandemic to pandemic? Paano po ba? Yung demand po ba for such platform? Nag-increase po ba? Or ano po ba yung mga parang naging experience nyo po?
Okay po. So, before pandemic, pre-pandemic po kasi talagang tayong lahat naman po, no? Laging in-store or laging pumupunta sa store. So, nung nag-pandemic, since lockdown po, kami rin po na StoreHub, we need to adapt. So what we do po is add features po na makakatulong sa mga current users po namin, which is nakapag-entice din po na lalo pa silang gumamit ng StoreHub. Ito po yung mga QR ordering para po contactless, mas safe, and then yung delivery namin, which is nakatulong din po lalo na nung lockdown. So ayun po, talagang nag-adapt din po kami para po makuha yung demand po na kailangan ng mga SMEs.
Siguro ano ko lang, point out ko lang, sir, yung dun sa presentation nyo, no, yung na-mention nyo, consumers are more demanding, no? So sometimes yung MSME, ayun nga, they are parang pressured to be digital also, not
Correct.
because of the baga dahil sa pad lang, no? But because of the demand ng customer natin wherein majority are connected online. So I think isang reason din yun why yung digitalization for our MSME clients is very important para makasabay po at hindi naman po maiba.
Tama po.
So siguro sa ating mga participants po, kung meron pa po kayong questions, feel free to type po sa chat box or unmute yourself, no? Wag po tayong mahiya. At si Sir JP nandito po. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think majority naman po na-cover na, and siguro sir, yun, paiwan na lang din po yung numbers nyo dito for our MSMEs to reach you. So
Yes, sir.
siguro bago rin po namin kayo bitawan, no? Unang-una, siguro sa ating mga participants, unang-una maraming salamat po, and digital ano naman po dyan, applause para kay Sir JP ng Store Hub. So yun, katulad din po kay Ma'am Ana, baka meron po kayong parang inspirational message sa ating mga MSMEs pertaining to their journey to digitalization, yung pag-digitalize ng kanilang business operations.
Ano lang po, no, kumbaga parang advice lang po. Wag po kayong kumbaga matakot sumubok. So may mga trial naman po. Subukan po natin. Kasi po kung hindi natin talaga itatry, hindi natin malalaman kung ano po yung magagawa nitong tulong sa business natin. Yan. So try lang po natin. So may mga free trial naman po yan. Go lang po, subukan natin.
Okay, very well said, Sir JP. Again, virtual round of applause po para kay Sir JP and Store Hub, and we hope to again invite you in our future events ng DTI, no, para
Yes, sir.
sa journey, no, para sa digitalization ng ating mga MSMEs. Thank you, sir, and back to you, Cherry.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you, sir.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Sir Joa, and thank you again, Mr. Marteja, for that great presentation about your company. Okay, at this moment, we have another message of support from our OIC Regional Director in Region 12, who will share with us on their digital initiatives that could help you inspire to shift to digitalization. Ladies and gentlemen, our OIC Regional Director for the DTI Region 12, RD Flora P. Gabunales.
It is with great pleasure to greet the participating MSMEs and the dynamic BISMED team headed by OIC Director Emma Asusano for the conduct of the MSME DigiTalks. The MSME DigiTalks is a recognition of DTI on the importance of digitalization to invigorate the MSMEs by capitalizing them towards digital advancements. The push to digitalize and innovate MSMEs is one of the key priorities of DTI under the leadership of Secretary Fred Pascual. This is anchored on the firm belief that to upsize and upskill MSMEs is made possible through innovation and digitalization. And therefore, the MSMEs must be very receptive to the ever-changing and upgrading technological world. Here in Region 12, our MSMEs have been very active in onboarding to the Control Plus BIS Reboot Now. Through this, they were capacitated on the use of digital platforms, including digital payment, logistics, e-marketing, and many more. We are very happy that DTI's attempt to onboard the MSMEs of Region 12 in online trade fairs like the Pasinaya and the Treasures of Region 12 ex Shopee have been productive with sales amounting to 3.24 million pesos and with about 50 participating MSMEs. We have also partnered with some of the online food and grocery delivery platforms to make it easier for customers to buy the products of our MSMEs. As of our record, we have a total of 11,965 MSMEs in Region 12 who are currently doing e-commerce. This is proof that the only way for our MSMEs to go bigger and go up is through digitalization. I would like to congratulate our MSMEs enrolled in this MSME DigiTalks for accepting our invitation to embrace digitalization. Rest assured that DTI 12 is your ready ally as you explore more on the benefits of digital transformation and innovation. I hope that more of our MSMEs will be open and more involved in the digital arena. Maraming salamat at mabuhay ang digitally equipped MSMEs ng Region 12.
Thank you very much, DTI Region 12, for that enlightening message for our MSMEs. Thank you, OICRD Gabanales, for sharing your digitalization efforts in your region. We're sure a lot of MSMEs here are taking note of the benefits that your MSMEs have experienced through digitalization. Okay, for our last but not the least presenter for today's episode, we have invited Finvio Philippines to discuss upscaling businesses through digitalization. Prior to Finvio, our speaker joined Shopee Express and Food Panda. He is in charge of managing strategy and expansion of its operations in multiple cities nationwide. Now, he is the country director of TeamVio Philippines, a B2B transaction platform that provides solutions in order management, invoicing, inventory management, and payments between businesses. Ladies and gentlemen, the country director of TeamVio Philippines, Mr. Ryvan Clyde Barrio. Good afternoon, sir.
Hi, Miss Cherry. Good afternoon. Just checking if you can hear me. Is my audio audible? Clear.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Thank you. Perfect. Good afternoon, everyone. Magandang hapon po sa lahat. First things first, I would like to thank BTI for the invitation for us to speak, no, and to share kahit papaano yung insights that we have that we think we can help MSMEs in general. So practically, as a quick intro from our side, from my side, I am Ryben. I am the country director of TeamView Philippines, and this afternoon, I will try to share my insights in terms of the importance kung gaano ba talaga kahalaga, why MSME, yung mga small and medium enterprises natin have to go into digitalization space, no? So that's why the topic is on how you upscale your business. So I'll try to share my screen. Give me a minute. So this afternoon po, again for our MSMEs in the entire Philippines, no, I will take this opportunity to share with you what we have and what we know on the digital space and kung paano to makakatulong sa inyo in terms of how you make decisions, how you actually choose tools to use in your digitalization journey. No, interestingly, I might share yung ibang slides together with what Miss Anna presented earlier, no, in terms of definition ng digitalization, digitizing, and digital technology in general. But I'll try to substantiate. I'll try to add some points and some pointers as well I think I can help, no, in terms of the discussion this afternoon. So when we speak of upscaling businesses, medyo malaking bagay ito, no? It's a very interesting, it's a very big word, kumbaga sinasabi nila. Because when we speak of upscaling, it's actually the process of improving your current state. So as far as we know, MSMEs, before pandemic and during pandemic, we've been struggling, no? We've been doing all the efforts para lumaki yung negosyo. Yun naman talaga yung goal ng mga ng pagnenegosyo is to grow your business, to reach out to more customers as possible, to improve your product offering, and to have a better services in general, no? Now, saan pumasok yung digitalization? Digitalization in a way comes in so many aspects, no? Pag pinag-uusapan natin yung digitalization, it touches on different aspects na nakakaapekto siya sa buong proseso. Meron tayong tinatawag na supply chain, no? Meron tayong tinatawag na supply chain from the point na you source your materials, your ingredients, your raw items, up until you go to your customers, up until your customer give you feedback. Those are the process of supply chain, and it's very important. Sobrang mahalaga for us to have a full control of that, no? And that's where digitalization comes in, and I think that's where ERP comes in. That's where businesses, products, and tools that help you solve problems comes in, no? So I'll just talk a bit of this. Let me just minimize this one. I'll just talk a bit in terms of the differentiation. Nababanggit na nga kanina ni Anna about digitization, digitalization, digital transformation in general. Okay, so in terms of the so we have the we have the what, no? Ano ba yung digitization? And we also have the how. Ano ba yung example nito? And of course, ano ba yung purpose nito? So when you go to digitization, you actually convert your data into a digital version of that one. Ibig sabihin, ang advantage nito or ang advantages nito, na storable na siya, no? You can easily access it anywhere. You can access it anytime, no? Mas lesser yung risk of losing your information in general. Now, akyat tayo ng onte. Let's go to digitalization, no? Digitalization in the simplest form would mean automating business processes. So ito na yung proseso na ginagawa natin in terms of utilizing, maximizing the digitization process in general. So ano ba yung example nito? It's as easy as using a mobile app to communicate, no? If you have your mobile application, if you use a mobile application to communicate to your internal and external na mga customers, that's already a digitalization, no? Anong advantage? Bakit ba ginagawa to ng mga businesses? Or in better question, bakit ba kailangan siyang gawin ng mga businesses? One of the reasons is that when you go to digitalization, meron siyang benefit of cost saving, no? Medyo komplikado yung topic na yan. It can be a separate discussion, but easier said, no? When you go to digitalization, it allows you to actually focus on the things that you need to improve, no? So yung problema natin ng pag-usap sa customers, yung problema natin of managing our inventory, yung problema natin in terms of tracking our invoices, if you go to digitalization, malilesen na yung demand of your effort to do that because the system or the tools do it for you. No, ginagawa na siya ng system ng tool for you. So instead, you can focus more on how to grow your business. You can focus more on looking for more clients. You can focus more on engaging to your clients. No? So these are the benefits. No, in the gist, these are the benefits of creating or why we need to go to digitalization. And of course, when we talk about digital transformation, it's the totality of it. No? It's a usage of digital products. So dito na pumapasok yung mga offering, yung mga tools, yung mga systems na pinoprovide ng different companies, which in a way, isa lang naman yung objective to provide a solution to the problems of the business owners. No? And yun din nababanggit kanina, I've overheard during the discussion that it's always important. It's always important to identify ano ba yung pain point mo and how you want to solve it. Later, pag-uusapan natin yan. We'll talk a bit of that one later when we talk about how do you start. No? How can you start to go digital? No? I've seen on the comments earlier as well that I think si Miss Cheryl from VN Foods said that additional budget hinders me from my business to go digital. So valid, no? Those are facts, the very valid concerns yun, and the rest of the comments as well. So these are the reasons, no? Before we go to how we can go to digitalization, let's discuss or pag-usapan muna natin siguro. Ano ba yung advantage? Bakit ko ba kailangan mag-invest or mag-engage into a digital transformation? So these are the 8 advantages. There can be so many, pero ito siguro yung summary of each, no? of those items. Number 1, digital presence. Reality na ngayon sa atin, especially sa Philippines and the rest of the world, no, that digital consumption is so high. Ano ba yung basic example nun? Dati, siguro sa kapanahunan 1990s, no, yung mga 1990s na time natin, 10 years ago, we noticed na majority of our information came from television, no, yung mga mainstream media, no, and then that's where we get our information, that's where we look for news and whatnot. Now, the reality is digital consumption is so high enough na na-overpower niya na yung mainstream media. So just think of it, no? Pag-isipan nyo lang siya na even sa sarili natin, no? even myself, even yourself, you can ask yourself the question na how long do you spend, no, watching TV versus how long do you spend watching your phone, no, or nakatutok sa phone mo. And probably the answer is that mas matagal kang nakatutok sa phone mo. And that's the importance why we want to engage into digitalization, because again, even the eyes of customers, the interest of customers are already shifting dun papunta sa digital space, no? So that's why it's a game changer. It's really a disruptor. Tinatawag natin yung disruptor. It's a game changing. Even before, I'd like to think of even before the pandemic came in, meron ng a bit of a shift, no, dun sa customer and seller behavior. So again, balik tayo dun sa point na bakit as a seller, as a business owner, why do I need to get to digital transformation? Mainly because that's where I can find and that's where I can look for my customer. That's where I can connect to my customers. And by doing into digital transformation, you will have your own digital presence. Just imagine a business na hindi wala sa digital space, you would be overpowered. No? You would be overpowered by other businesses na ando na sa digital space. So that's why ngayon, no, even TikTok, Shopee, Lazada, all other businesses, all other platforms in general, rather, they have a lot of, meron na silang commercial aspect, no? Meron na silang selling part. Because again, there are so many eyes into the digital space right now. Now, let's go to the second benefit. By doing digital transformation, nagkakaroon ka na ngayon ng bagong channel with your customers. Kung dati, tawag-tawag lang, text lang, ngayon you can easily communicate with them. Now, the importance of doing that is that you can increase your sales and loyalty. The more that you are getting closer to your customers, the more that your customers, mas mabilis kang i-contact, mas mabilis kang tawagan, mas mabilis kang i-reach out, lumalakas yung loyalty nila sa produkto mo at sa services mo. So that's why you having a mobile application, you having a digital opportunity, mas solid, mas strong yung customer loyalty towards your services and product. Number 3, it makes your communication and teamwork easier. Hindi lang naman siya outside, hindi lang siya for your outside customer, even your internal customers. Who are these? These are your team members, these are your warehouse people, these are your accounting staff, etc. Everybody who works for your organization, with your organization, they actually benefit as well if you go to digitalization. It's easier for you to communicate. It's easier for you to work with. And which drives to our fourth point, which is it improves working conditions. Kung dati, medyo time consuming, no? It's very time consuming to, especially for distribution, lalo na pag nasa distribution model kayo, no? Or distribution business kayo. Kung dati, if you encode the orders of your customer individually, isa-isa, it would take a lot of time. Siguro if you have an experience with distribution business, you have your encoders. Meron tayong tinatawag na encoders. Kinukuha yung orders, ini-encode, and tsaka pinapasok sa system. Now, currently, with different offerings of different platforms, pwede nang i-cut yun, no? Pwede nang si customer mismo yung mag-place ng order directly to you. Pwedeng yung agent, instead of the encoders, the agent na yung mismo mag-place ng order for their customers. No? So that cuts a lot of time. So it means that it actually improves the working condition of the entire business. And of course, it encourages innovation. Now, the more na mas marami kang nakikitang competition online, the more na mapapaisip ka how to improve your business or how to improve your services. And competition is always good. No? Competition is always good. You don't just compete with fellow business owners, but you compete with yourself. No? Kung gaano ba kalaki yung improvement ng process mo ngayon versus last year, gaano ba kakaiba yung proseso mo ngayon versus last month, no? So it encourages innovation. And of course, everything drives into efficiency. The more that you go into digitalization, it's more efficient. And it allows you to do to make a better decision. So nababanggit din ni Ana kanina, no, na if you go into digital transformation, if you go to digitalization, you now have the access to your information, to your data real time. Ibig sabihin nun, you can read, pwede niyong basahin ano ba yung performance, no? As easy as ano ba yung sino ba yung top customers ko? Ano ba yung top selling items ko, no? Anong week of the month ba ako medyo nanghihina sa benta? Diba? So things like those, or inventory, anong mga items ba yung nahihirapan ako to replenish? So things like those you can actually improve on by doing into digitalization. And lastly, I think which is related to the number one reason is placing customer at the forefront of your business, no? Proximity. Now, if you go to your digital platform, siguro mararamdaman mo, mas malapit ka ngayon sa customers mo. Mas madali mo silang kausapin, mas madali mo silang i-communicate or i-transact. Especially if your business is a B2B model. No? Pag sinasabi natin B2B, it's a business-to-business model. You are a distributor, you have your resellers. Now, by getting into digitalization, it's now faster, easier to transact with your resellers. No? Now, if you plan to get into a distribution model, it's always important for you to get into that. No? Those are the benefits of doing such. Now, while we identify the advantages, kailangan din natin tanggapin ano ba yung mga hard facts, no? Tinatawag natin na hard facts of digitalization. And bakit ba natatakot yung mga businesses, lalo na mga MSMEs, no? Why are they fear out from digitalization? And there are so many reasons. Kahit sa atin siguro mismo, we can identify 4 or 5, pinakamababa na yung 5, no? But let me just summarize this into 3 aspects. These are the common reasons why businesses, especially MSMEs, natatakot to get digitalization. Number 1, budget, which is very evident kanina when nagpapasurvey tayo sa first part ng activity. Primary reason of their concern is budget and cost. No? Pangalawang reason, unang reason na lumabas is lack of technical expertise, which is the skills gap na tinatawag natin. And lastly, yung pangalawa na na-identify natin is complexity of software and technology. Kung ako si business owner, hindi naman ako sanay before na magkaroon ng digitalization, mahirapan ako ngayon to transition, no? So as a business owners, as MSMEs and entrepreneurs, kailangan natin tanggapin yung mga bagay na to, and we have to face them. The good thing though is that with these 3 hard facts, there is a solution. Ibig sabihin fixable siya, no? Meron siyang solution na pwede nating gawin in general. Now, and I call it the good news, no? So when we talk about limited budget, when we talk about cost, ang solution lang naman dyan is you plan out, no, properly your operating costs and expenses. Kailangan mo lang siya planuhin. How much ba are you willing to spend for you to operate or to use a system? No? Usually there is a separate discussion about this, no, on your operating expense, etc. But siguro yung takeaway doon is think of it as part of your operational expense, which is totoo naman, but think of it as more of convenience and the advantages it brings to your operations. So para hindi ka mabigla, hindi ka matakot dun sa total cost mo, kailangan mo lang siya isama dun sa total calculation mo. How much am I willing to spend? Pag nasama ko na dun, okay, it impacts now my pricing, it impacts now my offering in general. No, that's 1. Number 2, in terms of complex software and technology, there are multiple options in the market. No? Kailangan lang natin talaga maghanap or kailangan natin magtanong. The companies right now are reaching out to MSMEs, and I think DTI is doing the great job consolidating all the providers in the market, no, and offering the products to MSMEs for you to have an option, no. But take note na in your journey of digitalization, you have to understand the software. Kailangan natin intindihin, no? Ang sabi nga namin dito, if you can't understand it, don't get it, no? Kasi I think it's more harder to put yourself into a risk na okay, sige, gusto ko mag-digitalize, maging digital, pero kahit hindi ko naintindihan, sige, dahil ito sinabi sa akin, napipilitan ako. So always make sure that when you engage into a digital platform, you understand it, no? Now, sabi nga ng iba, Raven, kasi complex software technology naman ako sanay doon, no? I think the key there is it requires interest. Kailangan talaga natin maintindihan yung need natin. Bakit ba natin kailangan gawin yung digitalization? Later pupunta tayo mamaya doon sa how do you start, no? And lastly, when we talk about skills gap, you look for support. More than looking, siguro you demand support. If you engage doon sa mga digital players or digital providers, you demand for support. Always ask for support. For example, if nababanggit kanina ni JP, no, na meron silang customer service, and I think it's the same thing with the rest of the players, no. It's always important to ensure na there is a support for the customer, for the clients. Okay, so because of these things, ito yung mga bagay na I suggest. No? These are the things that I personally suggest that you look for. No? Now, if your concern is limited budget, if your concern is cost, you look for providers that, number one, affordable, no, within your budget. You look for options na usually nag-offer ng subscription-based, no? Yung hindi naka-lock-in period. Kasi paano pag, let's say, nagbayad na ako ng 1 year pero after 3 months na-realize ko na hindi pala siya fit sa business ko. No? So you look for options na subscription-based. Na I can try it for 3 months, I can try it for 6 months, and then you can renew it annually after if everything is good. You also look for option na usage-based or use-based. No? Kung depende kung gaano ko siya ginagamit, doon ko siya binabayaran. No? For example, there are also options right now na if let's say your revenue is very limited or medyo limited lang yung revenue, no, maliit lang din yung cost niya sa inyo. No? So it's use case based in general. And of course, the best offer that some of the businesses can offer, including ours, including TeamView, is that we provide you a money back guarantee, no questions asked. If within a period of time, let's say 1 month, no, and you realize na hindi fit yung system to your operation, they provide you a money back guarantee. Why? Because these companies who offer money back guarantee is a testament that they are very confident with their system and they care with their clients even more than anything else. No, kasi by offering money back guarantee, it means na they know what they offer and they know that when their customer can't use it, then okay, give them back what they paid for. So these are the things, ito yung mga kailangan nating isipin or kailangan siguro checklist, tinatawag natin na checklist when you look for your tools and whatnot. No? Second, if your concern is complexity and technology, you look for a user-friendly system. Yung hindi ka na kailangan mahilo pa kung paano intindihin, paano gamitin. No? You look for a simple system and you look for a system na merong guide, no? Merong mga support in general. And which is also connected to the last part, which is skills gap. If ako mismo as a business owner or yung team ko medyo hindi pa masyadong well transitioned to digitalization, I need to demand customer support. No, that's why businesses like ours provide you with a customer support and of course training. Hindi dapat nawawala yon. So if you get a tool, no, if meron kayong tinitingnan ngayon ng mga system in the market, make sure to check on this one. This is just my suggestion. Tingnan nyo lang siya if these items agrees, no, kung sinusupport niya ba dun sa mga challenges niyo in general. So let's go to how do I start. Raven, alam ko na ngayon yung hard facts, alam ko na ngayon yung paano siya i-fix, alam ko na ngayon kung anong titingnan ko sa system. How do I start? And this brings me to the point which is nabanggit din ni Ana kanina, na the first step talaga if you want to invest into digitalization or digitalization per se is to know your pain point. No? Ano ba yung biggest pain point mo sa negosyo? Now, kung minsan, ito based on experience namin to sa TeamView, no? Karamihan sa kinakausap namin ng mga businesses, when you talk to them about ano ba yung pain point nyo, minsan karamihan nahihirapan pa to identify, ano nga ba yung pain point ko? Nung tinatanong namin sila, napapaisip din sila, ano ba talaga yung pain point ko? Now, to translate that, no? Para mas alam natin ngayon kung ano ba yung problema natin, you can either ask yourself, saang part ba ng proseso ng pagnenegosyo nagsa-struggle ka? Or a better way, saan ka mas nag-suspend ng time? Diba? Saan ka natatagalan? Okay, if you look into inventory management, sales, invoicing, collection, reports, or customer service, customer support, saang part dito natatagalan ka? Saang part dito hindi ka masyadong comfortable or nahihirapan ka? So if you try to think about it, that's your pain point. And once you identify your pain point, then you start looking for tools or for system that will address that. No, there are services, systems, and tools like ours that tries to solve everything. But the reality is that hindi naman talaga na-solve yan all at once. No, hindi mo naman talaga kayang i-solve yan in 1 month, in 2 months. No, it's a process, it's a phase. So if you want to solve your pain point about sales generation, do that. If you want to solve your pain point on inventory management, focus on that. Once na-fix mo na yun, you go to your next step. No? Because again, business is a cycle. No? Ang entrepreneurship is a process. Hindi siya overnight. No? Hindi din siya actually 1 month experience. It's a process. So ask yourself, where do you struggle? What keeps you awake? No? Ito yung mas siguro mas malaking katanungan. Ano ba yung hindi nagpapatulog sa akin sa negosyo? Nahihirapan ba ako maghanap ng customers? Galit ba yung mga customer? Hindi ba masaya yung customer sa produkto ko? Matagal ba ako mag-deliver? Things like those. Yun dapat yung pag-iisipan natin. No? So when you, again, going back, when you start to get into digitalization, dapat you have to think about this. What is my biggest pain point? Once ma-solve mo na yun, I think you're in the right path. You would be in the right path. The next thing to do is, what tools do I need to use? Okay, so how do I start? What's my biggest pain point? Which brings me to the next part, no? Para ma-identify mo yung pain point mo, kailangan mo maintindihan yung tinatawag natin na supply chain, no? Saan ba nagsisimula yung negosyo ko? If I'm a reseller, it starts from the time na I get products from my distributor, no? I ensure that I have an inventory, I look for customers, I deliver, I get feedback, and then again, I replenish. That's my entire supply chain. If I am a manufacturer, gumagawa ko ng sarili kong produkto, siguro yung start nun is from raw material generation, no? Kung ano man yung mga raw materials na kailangan ko, yung conversion nun, quality of products and whatnot, no? So kailangan maintindihan mo yung buong supply chain management. Meron tayong 5 steps dyan, no? Sa basic management, meron tayong tinatawag na POLC, planning, organizing, leading, and controlling. But for this one, if you go into your supply chain understanding, yung 5 bagay na to yung kailangan mong bigyan ng attention. When kailangan mo magkaroon ng strategy or plan in terms of your business, kailangan mo magkaroon ng development, saan mo ba kukunin yung sources of goods mo, etc. Build a strong relationship with your suppliers. In terms of make yung product, so dun pumapasok yung product design, production, packaging, and then when you look into delivery, that dun pumapasok yung logistics, no? Sino ba yung mga logistics partners mo? Ano ba yung SLA mo? Tinatawag natin. And lastly is yung return, yung feedback and yung return ng products. So naka-highlight sa akin yung develop, make, deliver, and return because primarily these are the parts of the supply chain that an ERP, no, or a system or a tool such as ours can help you with. Of course, yung planning, yes, pag yung planning nagsisimula yan sa conceptualization, tapos after that, if you have your feedback already, pwede mo siyang baguhin in general. But in terms of execution, ERPs and systems like TeamView and ours can help you connect with your suppliers, can help you identify your products, can help you manage your delivery and logistics, and can help you actually get feedbacks dun sa mga customers nyo in general. So ito lang naman, no? I don't want to spend so much in depth of this, but this is something na kailangan natin bigyan ng attention when we talk about digitalization. Hindi kasi pwede na we talk lang into digitalization kasi nauuso siya. Kailangan na if you think about digitalization, mag-digitalize ka kasi kailangan mo siya. No? Okay? There is something that you want to improve or to develop in your system. So again, the question, how do I choose what tools to use? Exactly the same this page na yung sinabi ko kanina. If you want to use a tool, if you want to use a system, get into this checklist. No, tingnan mo yung checklist mo if it addresses yung mga main concerns nyo in general. And of course, yung idadagdag na natin dito is as much as possible, it's very important na yung system na gagamitin natin merong mobile access. Kasi again, kung negosyante tayo, kung entrepreneurs tayo, di naman tayo palagi nakaharap sa computer. Our goal is to sell our product. So that's why as much as possible, it's always important to have a mobile version of it. No, meron kang mobile na pwede mong ma-access anytime and whatnot. Okay, so this one, before ako magpunta doon sa sharing with you a bit of our products, this one is something that I'd like to share with you. No? Very important because this is more on what's in it for me. No? Ano ba, what's in it for me? Why do I need to get into digitalization? No? Because I personally think that digitalization is no longer a trend. Hindi lang siya nauuso. Kasi pag sinabi natin na trend, mapapasaan ba't mawawala din yan. But digitalization is a fact of life already. It's here to stay. That's why there's no other way to improve your business but to get into digital space. Kaya nga sabi ni JP kanina, huwag kayong matakot. No? Don't be afraid on digitalization. Kailangan nyo lang maintindihan ano yung magiging priority nyo. So this one shares you that in Gen Z, no, will surpass millennials as the largest generation of workforce. Ibig sabihin yung mga customers natin in the next coming years, are the Gen Z generation, which is purely digital, no? Usually doon na bumibili sa online. So baka wala na masyadong in-store. I think hindi naman mawawala yung in-store, but I think the customer behavior will change through time. Second, millennials and Gen Z account for 52% of the total population way back in 2018. Ibig sabihin, sila yung pinakamalaking customers in terms of demand, no? So these people, this generation are very digital. So that's why it's very important for us to get into their space. No, if we want to capture their market, we need to get into their space. And lastly, Gen Z has an estimated a huge value of spending power. So, and they can influence. The good thing is that they can influence others. So, paano ba natin to i-connect sa ERP natin? More often than not, if we transact to our suppliers, if we transact to other businesses, ito na yung mga second generation of negosyante. Ito yung magiging second generation of mga entrepreneurs. And most often than not, these sets of business owners are also into digital space already. So if you've been doing your business for so long and you don't get into digitalization, may chances, no? Ang risk is may iiwan ka talaga sa trend. Not just on your customer, but also to your co-suppliers and whatnot. No? So that's some things that we have to think about. So kailangan natin pag-isipan yun in general. Now, maybe ito lang pag-iiwan ko before I go to the product itself. No? Ang sabi nga dito, the greatest danger in times of turbulence is not the turbulence itself. No, it is the act with yesterday's logic. Ibig sabihin, hindi tayo natatakot dapat sa pag-alog ng negosyo. Doon tayo dapat natatakot kung hindi natin alam paano mag-react on turbulence o sa panahon or sa times na medyo umaalog yung negosyo natin. No? So that's why it's very important to understand our digital capability and whatnot. So let me just share with you very quickly what TeamView is, no, and how we can help you in terms of digitalization, digitalization. So this would not take so much of your time. Mabilis lang naman to. So for TeamView Philippines, we've been existing for 3 years already. We are headquarters in Singapore. Here in the Philippines, more than a year na kami sa market. No? So ang goal ng TeamView is we reimagine how merchants and suppliers transact. So if you are into a business that is into distribution, then this is something that's very interesting for you. No, this is something that can help you in general. So we are backed up by global investors. We have 5,000 accounts already in the market, and we are happy to share that all of them. No, I'd like to think all of them are very happy with our services by far. Now, again, what TeamView can do is that diretso na ako dito sa, because I think I'm lacking time. No? So, diretso na ako dito sa, ano ba yung system ni TeamView? So, it's a simple chat to order platform. So, it allows you to get, it has a mobile application and it has a dashboard. So, it's cloud-based. You can easily talk, transact with all your customers, with all your merchants. No, you can manage your inventory, you can manage your invoices, you can also manage your reports and whatnot. No? So, you can manage your customer relationships. It's a chat based, so pwede kayong mag-usap, pwede kayong mag-send ng information and lahat-lahat. You can amend orders, create invoices, and of course the important thing is you can collect payment. No? You can collect payment with all in one dashboard. You don't have to transfer to different dashboards already. So your customer can browse whatever available items you have. You can set your item list, your pricing, etc. Everything is controllable at your end. And lastly, it is customable. It can be customized for all your relationships. So again, it's a dashboard. It's a B2B transaction platform that solves problem in order management, invoicing, inventory management, payments, and reports. So if isa dyan medyo nahihirapan kayo, I am personally confident that we can help you. No, that is something that's very promising from our end. And yeah, you can track your performance, you can track your businesses with reports and whatnot. That is something that doable din on our end. And the good thing is that punta tayo doon. Drive-in, magkano ba siya? No, so I wouldn't be able to share the costing for you. I have my team here in the group, pero that is something na I am personally confident na very MSME friendly, no? Lalo na sa mga negosyante or businesses or entrepreneurs nagsisimula pa lang and they want to get digitalization. I think we have the right pricing for you in general. So yeah, I think that's pretty much all from my end. This is TeamView, our system. But more than that, I hope I was able to share with you insights and learnings in terms of digitalization. You can reach us through our phone numbers and whatnot. So yeah, thank you very much, Cherry and Sir Joe. I'm giving the floor back to you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ryven Clyde Barrio, for that informative presentation about the services that Indio Philippines is offering. Okay, may I call again Sir Jowo for the Q&A.
Ayun, Sir Ivan. Nice to see you again po, no? And
Yes, sir.
thank you
Nice to
for
see you
that,
again.
thank you for that very comprehensive
information on yung how does business need to upscale through digitalization. Siguro isang natandaan ko na I think our MSME clients should also remember yung sinabi nyo, no, na if you don't understand it, don't get it, no? Kaya nga po isa rin po yung mga DigiTalks natin wherein we invite several platforms, tools, digital platforms providers para at least maipakilala nila yung sarili nila and emphasize ano po ba talaga yung maidudulot, no, ng mga different platforms for the benefit ng ating mga MSMEs when it comes to improving, increasing, or upgrading their operation. So, maganda rin yung na-share nyo ng matrix, no, na merong hard facts. Then, aside from that, on the other side, merong good news, no? Kumbaga yung may mga challenges na kinakaharap ang ating mga MSMEs or may mga pag-aalinlangan sila when it comes to digitalization. Meron siyang kaakibat na parang solusyon, and at the same time, importante po yung advantages na na-highlight nyo kanina. So siguro sir, meron lang po akong some questions na nakuha sa ating mga audience, no? Number one, kung nasa retail business ka or ako, what stage should I start adopting digitalization?
Very good question, Sir Jowo. No, and thanks for the. I think digitalization. This is my personal belief, Sir Jowo, no, and then the person, our MSME partner who asked that. I think digitalization is an entire process. Hindi siya yung I only get into that one at a certain stage, because again, it always boils down to ano ba yung i-address niya, no? So siguro the safe answer there or the better answer there is if you're experiencing challenges, no, it's either two things. If you are experiencing challenges on your retail business, or if you want to improve your retail business, digitalization has a space, no. But pero hindi naman natin pinipilit yun kasi kanya-kanyang experience naman yun eh. Our business story is different from the others, no. Hindi yun sabay-sabay. So if you're on the stage na nagsisimula pa lang sa negosyo, no, you're parang nagte-test ng waters. Sinasabi nila testing the waters pa lang. You can try to do your manual processes first. And you have to experience that yourself. And after that, dun mo siya tingnan. Saang proseso ba gusto mong mag-digital? Saan bang proseso gusto mong mag-improve? And that's where digitalization comes in. So retail is a business that's a bit complicated. No, complicated siya. That's a fact because of the inventory, selling, etc., mechanism and whatnot. But I think product distribution in general is something that needs digitalization. So as long as you are into product distribution or services, you need digitalization. I think yung timing lang, the best person to answer that is on how you assess your processes. Yep.
Thank you, sir. No, I think related din po yung number 2 questions natin sa number 1. Ang tanong po, hindi ko alam saan magsisimula 100% offline ang business ko. Ganun po ba yan, no, sir? Tama. Parang knowing saan yung pain points pa rin po, no?
Correct, sir. Siguro sa ang madadagdag ko lang doon, kailangan yung napakita ko kanina, no, na merong 5 steps ka na titingnan sa supply chain mo, coming from your planning going to your feedback. I think kailangan tingnan yung planning stage, no. Ano ba yung objective? So when we do our business, I think DTI also supports this to our MSMEs, no. It always starts from planning. Ano ba yung goal ng produkto mo? Ano ba yung goal ng negosyo mo? So if you have difficulty of hitting your targets, if meron kang sarili mong target, if you have difficulty hitting your goals, then you have to review. No, you have to review. Am I doing the right thing? No, so pero siguro Sir Jowo, idadagdag ko lang. Minsan ang pumipigil lang sa atin, no, sa mga negosyo to go into digitalization is the fear. Yung takot lang talaga na parang baka mahal to, baka hindi ko kaya to, hindi pa ako familiar dito, kaya pinopostpone ko siya. Pero the earlier you get to know the products, it would really allow you to understand the importance of digitalization.
Sir, tama kayo. Siguro, idagdag ko rin po doon, no, yung na-mention nyo na fear, no? Tanong po, parang comment po ni Santa Josefa, Mary Diona Lariosa, no? Sana magkaroon ng demo on how to adapt kasi yan ang fear ko. So I think majority naman po ng mga platforms providers, di ba parang isang parang functionality na or parang option na binibigay nila yung mga free trial po, no? Para at least the MSME or the user would have the idea how does this platform or tool work, no? Para at the end of the day, kung if the MSME or the client find it beneficial for their business operation, then they can proceed with the subscription po, no? Yun, sir, siguro isa pa po, I think last question po. What kind of support is provided by TeamView to its subscribers? May installation fee po ba?
Good question. Sir, so ang kagandahan with TeamView on the business side is that from the beginning, from the time pa lang na kinakausap namin yung business, we are understanding na the entire processes. No? Iniintindi namin kung ano ba yung proseso nila in terms of distribution, because it's very important for us to understand, to know kung saan papasok si TeamView dun sa proseso nila in general. Now, in terms of support, no, once you subscribe to our services, which is again have 30 days money back currently, we have a customer support team who actually sumasalo sa inyo, no? Ang kagandahan nga, meron kaming tinatawag na engagement call, no? This is an internal process na bago namin yung onboard si account, meron kaming engagement call na tinatawag to get to understand the business. Para alam namin na bago namin i-set up yung system nyo, more or less alam namin kung paano namin siya gagawin in general. So we do that customer engagement. Of course we do the training, no? Lahat ng users, yung sellers, binibigyan namin ng training. And ang kagandahan, ang system mismo namin, yung dashboard mismo namin, meron siyang tutorial videos. So pag meron ka ng dashboard, nahihirapan ka, may question ka, meron siyang available na tutorial videos embedded on the system itself. Para siyang parang FAQs, may mga questions ka, andun na yung tanong, andun na yung sagot sa dashboard mismo.
Okay po, salamat sir. No? Siguro similar to Ma'am Ana and Sir JP, maybe we can ask him a few words, no, to encourage our MSME to adopt digitalization.
Right. Again, thanks, Sir Joe. Thanks talaga. Thanks so much for the opportunity. No? So for our MSME partners, I think ang takeaway, no, at least from our end, is to better understand your business, no? Medyo vague siya in some ways, pero kailangan natin maintindihan yung negosyo natin. Saan ba tayo nahihirapan? Ano ba yung priority natin? Once we understand that, no, once ma-identify natin kung anong yung gusto natin i-improve, anong gusto natin i-digitalize, everything will follow. Everything will follow because definitely there are so many products in the market. No? There are so many partners of DTI right now na can provide you with options. So product is not an issue. No, definitely product is not an issue. The concern that we have to understand is ano ba yung gusto kong i-solve? Ano ba yung problem na gusto kong i-solve? And we can start from there. So let us know. No? Again, Sir Joe, I think for those businesses na hindi pa din masyadong very well versed kung paano ba nila maintindihan yung pain points nila, you can also talk to providers like us, no? Kasi when we talk to our customers, we give them questions na minsan sila din nag-iisip na, oh nga pala, no, hindi ko na-isip to before. So talk to industry experts, talk to DTI, talk to the partners of DTI, and then from there we can always help you upscale your business in general.
Okay, very well said. Thank you, sir. Siguro dun sa mga nagtatanong, kung nagtanong po kasi how much, no? Probably you can refer to our chat box. Meron po tayong direct contact ng TeamView. I think we provided also yung sa Store Hub and sa Britana, no? You can contact them directly for specific questions pertaining to the availment ng kanilang mga platform. So again, sa ating mga MSMEs, may we request po for a virtual round of applause kay Sir Raven, no? Again, so yun po, hopefully we can again invite you to our future events for the digitalization
Sure.
of our MSMEs. Thank you
Sure,
po,
sir.
Sir
It would be
Raven.
a pleasure.
Thank you, Sir Raven, and back to you, Cherry.
Thank you again, Sir Raven. That was a great presentation po on what you can offer to our MSMEs. Okay, we have come to an end of our 5th episode of MSME DigiTalks on Enterprise Resource Planning Tools. We would like to thank our speakers for today for sharing their valuable insights to us. Thank you for helping us become more aware of the various solutions that your company offers in terms of lending apps and tools available for MSMEs. We greatly appreciate the time you spent with us this afternoon. We also like to thank our MSMEs for joining us today, and we hope you have learned and be able to check out the platforms that has been presented. We hope that you would take the advantage of these learning sessions provided by our department and would help your businesses grow and overcome challenges. We also thank our DTI regional focal persons for the commitment to assist our MSMEs and working with us together in support to adopt digitalization. We appreciate your time, effort, and hard work. You can join us again for another session of DigiTalks next Thursday on November 24 for the 6th episode about on-demand IT services and tools. Before we leave, kindly please accomplish the customer satisfaction form or CSF via the link in the chat box. We will issue certificates to those who have attended at least 4 topics in any sessions and have completed filling out our CSF. Thank you everyone and see you again